guys, welcome to the podcast. You know, we're going to be talking about lots of things today, but we got to get to our mate, Michael. How's it going?
Hello, I'm here. My name's Michael, Maas. Hi, it's Maas&Staple and that's it. So we're up to 13 episodes, Stephen, so that's quite an achievement for an episode.
Yeah, quite a massive achievement,
Yeah.
and I think the editing and the overall audio quality is getting better, so it's just about the discussions and how can we improve that.
Yeah, and we'll also we'll ask for your feedback as well on through email, messaging, or comments below, and it doesn't matter if it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or even YouTube.
Yeah.
Is there something like that on the website? We've actually got a website now as well, and Maas&Staple. What's the URL for it? Is it www?
It's just www.MaasStaple.com.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's .au. It's just .com. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
There is a page on there that I think it says feedback.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And you just type it in there and it sends it straight to the email.
Yep. So there you go, guys.
Yeah.
We do have a comments spot in there. We are happy to take on board your feedback that you've got for us. So I'd like to do a few shout outs here as well, just before we get on the episode, because it's important that we do a few shout outs to people. So first of all, I'd like to thank Stephen's sister for letting us use her laptop. Otherwise, without the laptop, we wouldn't be able to record the audio at the moment.
Yeah, would be stuffed.
Yeah, would be absolutely stuffed. Would be down with the haywire, because both our laptops crashed, Stephen's and I's. And also, I like to do a few other shout outs, like to the Doco. Doco, is it gaming?
The Doco gaming.
Yeah, gaming.
Yeah.
Got a mate of ours. He does streaming on
Twitch.tv.
Twitch.tv. And we've also got Maas&Staple on. There you go. There's the click.
Yeah.
On Twitch as well, and YouTube, which he does like gaming play outs like for Halo and
Reaction videos.
Yeah, and all that.
A little bit.
All that kind of shit. Yeah, that gaming people do on YouTube and Twitch. And they pretty much like reviews the games and does all that kind of carry on, plays through the games.
Yeah.
And and then you usually hear me going down and having a chat with him about the podcast and all that on the Twitch, so people can see what's going to happen on our podcast. And also my channel. Mars Way Productions on YouTube.
Lego videos.
Yeah, do Lego.
Yeah.
I might go out with people and film that shit. I do that kind of a little bit. I haven't been releasing much lately because I've been working. I have been working for a container company called Young Guns, Container Crew. And I'd just like to do all the shouts to all the brothers that work there. You've got Kelly, you've got Dylan, you've got so many. Hayden was another good guy there. Jason, Daniel, both Daniels. Kiwi Daniel, legend, mate. Keep up the hard work that you do. Absolute legends they are there. Literally these young gun people, they will unload the shipping containers. Heavy shit that you got heavy work. You got no idea. They're doing it for 12 hours a day, and some of them do up to 16 hours a day. And it's just unbelievable how much hard work they put in. And to unload products off the shipping container and put it on a pallet, and for people that work inside that distribution centre to actually unload, put it onto the trucks, put on other pallets, put on the trucks, and then release it to your local stores. I was working for Bunnings, so it's probably why you've seen me a little bit more fitter than usual. I have lost weight, put a little bit of muscle on through that doing. I worked there for 2 months, so that's why I haven't been releasing anything, because it's fucking hard work. You got no idea how hard it is.
Yeah, no time at all either.
Yeah. You got any shout outs to anyone, Stephen?
Not really.
Pillarist as well. Pillarist, shout out to Pillarist.
Probably just Pillarist and Doco Gaming. Pillarist, he's making his way through the music scene and he's slowly growing now.
Yeah, he's a Holland DJ. And
Netherlands.
Yeah, Netherlands.
Close enough.
They're both the same country.
Yeah, Holland.
Well, the Netherlands is the new way of calling them, but otherwise Holland. They speak Dutch, but they also they've got to learn, I think, 5 languages. I think they've got to speak.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
So Billis is making his way through the music rankings through over there, and he has donated one of his songs to us as well, so we could play it through our podcast, which we haven't been playing lately because might be a copyright issue or something like that with YouTube with all their shit they're doing lately with that.
Yeah, we've got to be careful.
So we've got to be careful, so that's why we haven't been playing his music, but we have to advertise his channel on Twitch and also on YouTube, yeah.
Pillarist. Yeah.
So today we're talking about the lizard people. Lizard people, Stephen, this is more your subject than my subject, but I've written down my notes and I've just looked at my notes and thought, fucking hell, like, I don't understand any of this shit.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of crazy.
Explain to me what the lizard people actually do to you.
Okay, so lizard people are people from the planets in space. The planet Cypophia or some shit. What a lot of people think is that what?
Just keep talking.
Oh,
yeah.
What I gotta say about it is, ever since ancient times, ever since Egypt, people have been in the belief of ancient shape-shifting reptilians. I know it sounds really far-fetched, it sounds really stupid, but like honestly, it's not that far-fetched when you think about like all the presidents and shit, how they got in power. I think Michael, he told me earlier that, you know, Donald Trump is related to like 7 other presidents or something crazy like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So who knows, like Donald Trump, Obama, all these big figures, they could be shape-shifting aliens. You know, they keep saying to us, oh, there's no alien evidence, there's no alien evidence. What if the people saying that are secretly, you know, shapeshifters, or, you know, they know about their existence and they're hiding this second or third species away from us? Yeah.
That's true. About the US presidents, there's 2 groups of them, there's about 9 in the first group that they're related, all of them are related to. I think JFK has a brother that was a US president as well. If you go back to their family trees, and also with George W. Bush was the other group, and Donald Trump is actually his 19th cousin.
Cousin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're all linked together, not all of them, just some of them, are linked in to 2 different groups where they're actually family members, but they're like heaps of if you have to follow way back in the history of what their ancestors and all that kind of carry on. But yeah, 19th cousin. Or was it Hillary Clinton? One of them 2 anyway.
Yeah, it's probably, I reckon Hillary and Donald something.
Yeah, I think somewhere along the lines it's either George W. Bush or Hillary Clinton is related, is 19th cousin with Donald Trump.
Okay.
So in a way they are kind of connected with each other. So that kind of I don't know where it's coming with lizard people, but it came up on my YouTube and I thought, okay, that's interesting, because if they're keeping the family inside the US presidency, well, there's something going on there. Like some sort of conspiracy theory like Illuminati, or it could be like alien people, for example.
The New World Order.
Yeah.
The one that people
or it could be the Dark Empire, right?
Yeah.
And it could be Donald Trump's the Darth Vader, you know, gets his arm chopped off. Anyway,
where's our Luke Skywalker then?
Yeah, Luke Skywalker, yeah. He could be the Luke Skywalker of USA, because there's a lot of following behind him, but he didn't win the election.
Yeah.
So Stephen reckons that, if I heard correctly, they're from another planet, these alien, these lizard people, alien.
Yes, that's the theory I was looking up. Basically, people believe that not too far away there's a planet that they don't talk about.
That'd be NASA and SpaceX and all that.
Ever since ancient times, they've been on our planet. And people are believing the last 10, 15 years, they're slowly starting to reveal themselves. That's why people believe all this stuff. Like, oh, there's a photo of the Queen with a bloodshot eye, and her whole eye is just black. With it's more like reptile with like a red underline. But the camera people debunked it. They just said it's the camera problem. But I don't know about that one. It looked a bit. Yeah.
I have seen footage of that, the Queen. And they said, oh, did you see her alien ship, shift? And I was like, fuck, I didn't see anything. I was like, how can you see that when she looks exactly the same? But I was actually
What footage was that?
I don't know, I was looking up something up on YouTube. YouTube comes up with everything. They'll come up with anything.
The only one I saw was, what was that?
YouTube, like these fucking people out there.
Oh,
do
yeah.
Stupid videos like that, yeah. But I was like, no, I couldn't see anything there. But yeah, go on. What were you saying? Sorry.
Oh, the only one I've seen is this kid had adopted parents, and they was meeting the Queen, and she was saying hi to him, and he literally ran away. He nearly jumped out the window on the video.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
pretty fucked up.
Yeah. There is a conspiracy about the Queen being there was in Canada 4 children went missing. That same area where the Queen was.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why people link the royal family.
Yeah, royal family was part of the alien people, which, yeah, in a way that can make sense. Really, I believe that as well. I don't know about believing in the lizard people as such, but
yeah, I don't know about the shape-shifting, but
if you
maybe.
do put it together, it kind of makes sense. But there's no proof of actually lizard people out there yet. Yeah. So what was I going to say? Yeah, so anyway, there is a human instincts where the people are actually like scared of snakes. Like that's our instinct. It's like, okay, well that's a scary creature there, around like that. Or like a lizard or a fucking Komodo dragon or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
Like we're automatically scared of it, and like we think, oh shit, that looks like a lizard. Lizards are like mind controlling. And speaking of this mind controlling thing, there's actually a Ford ad where this woman looks like a snake. Like it starts off with a snake in the way she looks like a snake.
Really?
Yeah.
When did that come out?
Oh, like a couple of years ago, there was a Ford advert, and you actually look into her eyes and you think, like, she's got these beautiful eyes, and you're like, that's what snakes do. They do this mind control thing where you can actually control a snake by looking at its eyes or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Or music, and they start going like when they're over in India, they do the cobra snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I automatically feel like we can control them, but in a way they can control us. But then, like snake people, our automatically instincts is to go, okay, well snake people, these lizard people, like we could be scared of them like that. Child that ran away.
Yeah.
Ran out the window. Yeah. So in a way that could be some sort of factor of our instincts of like the royal family could be snake people, lizard people. Sorry, not this. I keep on saying snake, but lizard people in a way.
Descendants of Vlad the Impaler, the vampire.
Oh, okay.
That's the other one that kind of relates to it. It says that thousands of years ago, okay, was it, Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
The queen drinks kids' blood and she eats them. That's the other theory relating to the lizard thing, but.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's.
There was also an article of Putin. Is that his name?
Yeah. Vladimir Putin.
Yeah. He
president.
Apparently he met the Queen and saw her shapeshift, and he said, I'm never gonna wanna meet her again or some shit.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
That's also an article I kind of had a look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also other conspiracy theories. Sorry to go. I'm going back a little bit here. So when Earth first started, they could be from space. These are lizard people. They could have started on Earth, went out of space, like travelled around, like had a bit of fun, like holiday, and came back on Earth. They could have come from space. Like there's all these different conspiracies about these lizard people. Yeah. So we'll go back to I had to bring that up. I thought I'd bring that up because of like you were talking about before.
Oh, that's all good.
About Putin, like he wouldn't go there, wouldn't see her again, was it?
Yeah, he basically said, it terrified me so much. I'm not gonna visit her again.
Yeah, well, we do know there's a bit of a war thing happening between Russia, but then in a way, yeah, that kind of makes sense if.
Yeah. I don't know.
We don't know really with these.
These things.
Yeah, lizard people. But there's one person who we've got to mention who actually. I think we'll actually bring him up after the advert.
Okay.
Well, not advert. Fuck the
segment.
Yeah, the segment. We'll bring him up in the next segment about who believes in lizard people the most.
Okay.
Which is actually an ex-football player. Soccer, not. There's soccer in Australia, but football everywhere else in the world. So we'll be back soon. Make sure you press that subscribe button. Give us a like. If you've got any comments, write it down below. And
check out the website, www.MaasStaplePodcast.com.
And ring the
link it below.
And ring the ring the notification bell as well. And check out what's happening on Facebook, Twitter,
ring
and
the bell.
Instagram. and a website as well. Good website. How exciting!
Yeah.
Stephen actually made the website.
Yeah, I
He
did.
got someone to pay someone to make it, and then
$3
yeah, and then then Stephen actually looks after the website now, which is quite exciting. We have
Yeah.
a good website. So anyway, we'll. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I was gonna say still needs a lot more editing, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, so we'll catch you after the
Podcast.
yeah, well, not podcast.
Segment.
Yeah, segment. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So.
Bye.
Me,
Yep.
why me? Hello, and welcome back to
I
the
don't
Maas&Staple podcast. Yeah, Steve and I were just having a conversation about who should start next. So I've decided to start next. So we were talking about before, we were talking about the royal family, about being lizard people. Actually, we're talking about lizard people, and this podcast is about 13. And we were talking about the royal family being, and some US presidents that might be part of the,
Might be in on it.
lizard people. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
We're going to who believes in it the most. One of the people that believes in it the most, the lizard people conspiracy theory. So Stephen, what's the person's name that?
David Icke, I think his name is.
Icke, yep.
Yeah. He's a pretty big conspiracy theorist guy. Apparently he was a football player as well.
Yeah, back in the day, yeah, he played for a few English, teams. I think from what I remember. I can't put it out. I didn't really do much research about him, but he's before conspiracy theory. But
I know 5-6 years ago he wrote a book about lizard people, a new world order, government's trying to control us, all that shit. There's a lot of people who read that book saying, oh, everything he says come true. Well, in a way, like, if you are a guy who likes to predict things for a living, you're gonna get things right anyway, right?
yeah, you're gonna about sometime in the future you'll, like The Simpsons for example, we're always gonna get something right, and with something like over 500 episodes, you're gonna get something correct. So David Icke, can you remember what he said, like how he believes in it and all that, where it came from? There's lizard people?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, really? Okay, I've done a little bit of research, yeah.
I've only done a little bit of research on him.
Okay, yeah, so he believes it came from ancient Egypt. And so they are human eating, so they'll eat humans. So it kind of explains the Queen, when the Queen went to Canada, 4 children went missing in that same area where she was.
Yeah, and they say when the Queen eats children, children have a certain blood thing. It's called Annex something. I forgot what it was. But basically, she eats children to stay alive, to keep the bloodline going, and she gives her husband, what's his name?
Philip.
Whatever.
Philip.
Yeah, he's a reptilian who eats kids too, and they have all these slave rings and shit. It's fucked up if you look into it.
Would you reckon, Kate Middleton would be
A lizard.
a lizard as well, what's the other one's name again?
What?
That weird American woman. Oh, Meghan Markle.
Oh, Meghan Markle.
Do you reckon she's a lizard person as well, or?
I don't really know. It's hard to tell.
No, but yeah, she's too much of a feminist, I reckon.
Really hard to tell.
She's a real strong feminist person.
I was gonna say, like with the Queen, it just, I get creepy vibes off her when I watch videos.
That's where the snake instance comes in. Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm not really sure about the other royals.
Yeah, these lizard people have a disguise as a human, so they look like human-like, but they're actually reptilians. And they integrate into humans, so
Society.
Yeah, so over the years, my stuff with aliens, some conspiracy theorists think they're aliens, some people think that they come from ancient Egypt or whatever kind of thing like that. And they've slowly integrated into human beings, so they look like us, everyday people.
But their disguise can be broken somehow.
Yeah, somehow, yeah.
Sometimes if you look in their eyes, you can see, you know how when you see a reptile, sometimes you can see their eye flip black.
Oh, okay,
or flip forward or whatever, like a normal lizard.
Yeah, they might have blue tongue or something like that, or?
Nah, lots of people just think you can see bloodshot in their eye, or their eyes will change, shapeshift colour for a second.
Okay, yeah.
But a lot of people just say it's a camera glitch in these type of videos, so
Yeah.
you don't know nowadays, unfortunately, because of all the software we have.
Yeah.
And editing. So
So another conspiracy theorist is Dale Russell. He's a scientist. He believes in the triadon, which is a
What's that?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Humanoids. So like aliens, I think the more alien kind of way.
Oh, so it's not reptiles. This is more like
of the alien conspiracy.
grayscale aliens, or
yeah, like the aliens that are reptilians, like type of thing. He did ask one question. With that big asteroid that came onto Earth, he did ask a question: what happened to the dinosaurs that survived? Like we know there's crocodiles, we know there's sharks that are still like out there, like the megalodon. Oh, there could be a megalodon still out there. Has to be.
Possibly.
But what happened to those dinosaurs that didn't actually die from that asteroid? Like, there's got to be some sort of land.
Oh, some of the sea creatures and shit. Yeah.
Like, were they smarter than humans, and did they have sex with humans, like the cavemen or something? That's the like.
Yeah.
And he
I
calls them archons, and they Oh, actually no. Sorry, it's a different one. Anyway, there's another conspiracy theory of the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is like some sort of Christianity.
Yeah, it's like a Bible thing.
Yeah, Bible thing. Just having a look very quickly through my notes. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, so archons are differently to they're defined as a reptilian. They're robot-like, so this is where the snake comes in, where you can actually...
Like, the trance thing.
Yeah, they either control you or you control the snake by looking them in the eye and all that kind of carry on. Reptile animals act like that, so yeah, I'm trying to explain there. They're non-motional, so snakes are non-motional when they're... But I was actually watching a video last night of a snake eating a frog, and I think it was a struggle to get this frog down its throat. Because like it looked like it had a bit of a tear, but I think they're non-emotional animals. Snakes, lizards, and all that.
Yeah.
And then with all this comes along, the archons are actually alien engineering. So aliens have actually created that's where this Garden of Eden shit comes into. So they were created by aliens to create these humans that were actually look like reptiles and all that.
To infiltrate the Earth.
Yeah, so the Garden of Eden, so the human, so Adam and Eve, they were God featured, something like that.
The first two people on Earth.
Yeah. They could have been like reptilians or something like that, and they.
No, you think they're actually shape-shifting aliens?
They could have created, these people that were. Well, that Adam and Eve were like aliens that, according to the Bible and all that carry on, and yeah, genetically modified a hybrid, which was a human, and they could have created other things like alien and human thing, created
DNA and RNA and all that.
The archon gene is actually a servant to the Garden of Eden, which is the type. And they think the Garden of Eden could be actually a laboratory. Originally,
it could be a lab.
It could have been a lab to create humans.
Okay.
And
what? So
actually, originally back then, Adam and Eve could have been extraterrestrials, or lizard people, or whoever.
So the belief is we're actually clones.
Yeah, we're human clones, but Adam and Eve could have been reptilians or like lizards and all that kind of carry on. They could have been the extraterrestrials, the alien. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and they created humans. So that is one conspiracy theory that.
That one's fucking mind blowing.
Could make sense.
Yeah, I don't want to pick on my clone or some shit though.
Yeah.
That's not a good feeling.
Yeah. So you've got any other stories about that kind of shit or?
Reptilians and all that.
Yeah, like you've heard or?
There's probably like 1 hour story that I've kind of read lately. One of the guards in the royal family, the ones with the black hats and shit.
Yeah.
I think they were getting ready for a meeting and he accidentally opened the door while they were having a meeting, and he saw the Queen, her husband, forgot his name again.
Philip.
Yeah, him, and I think it was William as well. Maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah, William, yeah.
All saw them shapeshift for 5 seconds, and they told him to get the fuck out. That's the only one that I heard. Don't know what's happened to the guy. If it's real, they probably would have executed him or something.
Yeah,
something.
Eaten him. Yeah.
They wouldn't let someone live who knows about this. That's the only thing I know, really. Yeah.
That does have a point. Going back to the royal family, going back to this family where they're all joined together with the US presidents, like the 2 different families that were actually involved with it. Here we go. So we've got George W. Bush, Bill and Hillary Clinton were actually US presidents of USA. I don't think Hillary Clinton was, but
nah, she nearly was.
But they could be shape-shifting reptilians, and they're actually, and I think Bill or Hillary Clinton is related to Donald Trump. Hillary or George W. Bush is related to Donald Trump, the 19th cousin. Sorry to repeat this shit again.
Yeah.
And this one of the groups is 7 related to each other, and the other one's 9. The US presidents have all been related to each other in some way or form, like 19th cousin or auntie or some shit like that. Bob Hope, Tony Blair, Henry...
Richard Nixon? Oh.
Richard, probably as well, Clisson-DeBille, Henry Clisson-DeBille, all could be alien people,
shape-shifting aliens or whatever it is.
Or people, like, we're talking about both of them really, kind of
Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, really? I don't know that.
Well, there was this one question that someone asked Mark Zuckerberg, and they said, "Are you a reptilian?" And he said, and he kind of he looked at it for a second, and then he went like that in the video, and then he goes, "Of course I'm not a reptilian. That's such a stupid question. Can we just get on with the live stream and have something of more importance?"
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he legit, he like looked at the screen for like a solid 2-3 seconds.
Yeah.
Before answering it. And there's also that one in Perth airport 3 years ago.
Justin Bieber,
2017. What?
Justin Bieber, was that?
Yeah, the Justin Bieber one. He was in Perth airport doing concert, and apparently people saw him shapeshift.
Oh, okay.
And thousands of people started crying and running away. That's the other theory. And in his lizard form, he ran away and got away. All the news articles apparently got erased within 1 day.
Oh wow.
On Perth now, there was a few articles coming out, but they all got erased. So that also brings another theory. Is there some type of people or organisation that takes down people trying to bring out the truth? What?
Running the earth, pretty much.
Yeah, running the earth, pretty much. There's censorship is real, and there's not a lot you can do about it.
It's funny that you bring up this. There's a secret group called the Illuminati. Well, everyone knows it's secret, but everyone knows there probably is a group there called the Illuminati, but they don't know who's in it. These alien shifter people, they could be.
That could be the Illuminati, right?
Like Adam Weishaupt, he's the one that started the Illuminati. Was born on the 6th of February 1978 and died on the 18th of November 1830.
Damn, he didn't live long.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He's part of Germany, and the Catholic Church actually ran it from 1748, 1785, 1787, and 1790. And guess who's heavily Catholic people?
Who?
The Queen.
Like,
the royal family, like they get quite into that kind of stuff. So, and with this Garden of Eden stuff, I'll bring us another story up in a minute. It could all be related to the lizard people, really. This Illuminati group.
Yeah, it could be. Not sure.
I tried working out some numbers to see, to make it look like, to see if they all connected or anything like that. But at the moment, I can't really add anything up together. But usually, you can kind of add numbers together.
You can kind of see the dots.
And you can see dots
forming.
happening and all that.
Yeah.
Kind of carry on. this is where this like end of the world conspiracy theories could be happening from as well.
Or the other one
together.
Sorry, the other one relating to this is in the next year or two there's going to be a alien invasion that the government is going to fake to try to get people to stop talking about this as well. That's another one that I heard.
So it could be a growing number of people talking about it.
Just so conspiracy theorists talk about something else, when in reality they're still plotting behind.
Yeah. There's always something that they'll try and cover up. I think after the break we'll get more in detail about this other story about Nag Mohammadi from Egypt, who was actually a farmer who found the Gospels.
Gospels?
Yeah, so he found like 13 jars of
right.
Yeah. Like the conspiracy theories that might relate to the Illuminati and also the lizard people.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is where like the Garden of Eden comes in. This is where Adam and Eve come in.
Yeah.
This is where all these other things come in. Could the Catholic Church be part of the lizard people when you add them all together? Like it's kind of making a bit more sense as we
the
get
people who work at those churches, some of them, they do seem pretty evil.
Yeah, like you can kind of like how does like some of them like these ones that are priests that rape kids, how do they get away with it?
Yeah.
Like
you think there's someone higher up letting them off?
Yeah, it's kind of like getting to the point where you think, oh, okay, there's something
really fishy.
Not right here. Like, and this is where David Icke and Dale Russell could be people that who could be correct in a way of these conspiracy theories. What have we got left? 1 minute.
Oh, okay, 1 minute.
So there was another Mona Klepka. I will talk about her in soon, like when we come back from our break. So Stephen, what do we do when we go to a break?
We say don't forget to sub, press that notification bell, and like.
Yeah, give us a like on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, Twitter. And we've also got a website,
MaasStaplePodcast.com.
MaasStaplePodcast.com. And you ready, Stephen? We'll do our thing in 3,
right.
2, 1.
MaasStaple.
Okay, so we've talked about we're actually on Lizard People, episode 13. We're up to segment 3 now, so we've talked about Dale Russell, David Icke, the royal family, US presidents that could be archons, lizard people, aliens, whatever. And we could be hybrids, we could be genetically modified by the Garden of Eden. We've talked about all that, and we could be from ancient Egypt, aliens that are from. So we're going to Steve now to tell us a bit of a story about the alien kind of speech that was happening for the broadcast, from our understanding, from what you were trying to say.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, scientists they had a radio wave broadcast of a frequency, and it kind of indicated life on outside of Earth. And within like a week or two, other scientists were debunking it. So another thing where like they're trying to stop us from hearing more news information about species. Like it's either just censorship or you don't like that theory that we're in the simulation, but that theory I kind of
believe in.
I kind of believe in the simulation theory a little bit. It's too many coincidences and all this. Anyway, besides that, I think what else was there? I think that was about it for the alien one.
Oh, for you, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So going back to the lizard people, there was a woman named Mona Klepta, or something like Klepta. She was a psychological nurse.
Is she dead?
No, I think she's still alive.
Oh, okay.
So she woke up during the night in 1994. A figure that was 6
6'8" or something.
6 foot 4 inches.
Oh wow.
Creature was inches from her face, like when she woke up in the morning. She just stood there and stared at her like reptile-looking figure.
What did it do to her?
I'm not sure what it did to her, but that's all she said pretty much. But she find it funny enough, like some of the presidents are actually 6.4.
Yeah. Okay.
Like 6 foot 4 inches, and kind of back to these US presidents like that. I don't know if height's got anything to do with it, but a reptile, like someone who works in the industry of like psychological stuff, like does the mind stuff, like works in that industry, and seeing a reptile figure that size come to her, she's probably got her mind switched on if she knows. Like, so there's kind of some sort of kind of proof that there could be something out there that.
Yeah, it's not just a random person, someone who knows the field.
Yeah, knows the thing. Knows the thing. And going back, and also going back to how we think that lizard people could be existed. Another conspiracy theory is Nag Hammadi. So he from Egypt. I'm pretty sure, Egypt. December 1945, he found 13 jars with books in it. He was a farmer. He was going through taking his cattle or sheep, herd of sheep through the mountains of Egypt, and found 13 jars. And inside those jars were actually books. Those books contained these books are actually known as the Nag Hammadi codices. Early Christians have written these codices books.
Okay.
And Christian, so they were kind of, this could be something to do with the lizard people. So the first book that was written was about 100 years after AD.
What?
Yeah.
And he found that?
Yeah, he found
No way.
In a cave. He found them in a cave. Actually.
Sounds planted. Okay.
Could be planted by reptilians.
Yeah.
So
sounds planted.
So text. So these books contain text that contained like Gospels of the Thomas and Philip. Like that's how we know about in the Bible, Thomas and Philip.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I haven't read the Bible in my life. I know I went to church school type of thing, but didn't actually learn anything.
Really get into it.
Yeah, I didn't really get into it. I'm an atheist. I don't really kind of believe in that kind of Christian stuff, but I do kind of believe in it. So there was inside those books there was Gospels, secret Gospels, religious writings, poems, instructions, mythical practices, and description of origin of the other universe. So
the other universe.
The other universe. I've written it here.
So there's a portal to another world.
Yeah, there could be. Yeah, or there could be.
Oh, goddamn.
So this Bible could be telling this. If we probably read into it, we might have to get one of the people that we know who's actually read the Bible and knows it back to front.
Yeah.
He's also an atheist, but he has read the Bible and he uses it for his advantage on Facebook. And he has actually got kicked off Facebook multiple times. Which actually, who owns Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg. He's a lizard.
There you go. So he could be a lizard person.
Theory he's a lizard. Yeah.
It's all. I think it's all making sense now with these Gospels and.
And Mark Zuckerberg this year, a few months ago, released his new VR headset. And guess what the restrictions are?
What's that?
You can't use the VR headset unless you log into Facebook.
Okay.
A bit fishy as well.
Yeah,
a bit fishy as well. Yeah.
So, like mystical practices, so that could be like the Garden of Eden, for example. I didn't really fully remember the YouTube video. It was a YouTube video, but it was actually a documentary video.
Really, 2 hours on that.
Yeah. So it went about 5 minutes. That documentary went on.
Only 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was just about that farmer who found that. Then the same thing with the Arcadians, about robot-like people. Like that was about a 10-minute documentary. Dale Russell was a 3-minute documentary about him. And David Icke was about 10-minute documentary. I've watched them all, and all these things. If you add them all together, like they're not going crazy. I don't think they're going crazy. The more I didn't believe it at first, but the more I've read into this, the more I've talked about it with Stephen here, or Staple.
Staple. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, can't use that for Josh. Anyway, so pretty much like it's all adding together as one whole
whole map.
Yeah, conspiracy
theory.
Yeah, like these Gospels.
Yeah.
Like everything that's instructions, instructions for how to run the universe, pretty much. Poems of what's happened, religious writings, could the Catholic Church be part of this lizard people conspiracy theory? And I forgot to put the timer on, so I've got no
Could
idea.
aliens be faked?
Yeah. So Stephen, we've got a few questions here for you.
All right.
Yeah. So what do you actually think about the dinosaurs that actually survived that asteroid? Well, look at the time.
The dinosaurs that survived the asteroid. You know, it is a little bit fishy, you know, that we only have crocodiles and we only have sharks. What about all these other creatures? I know, like, you know, some of those big tortoise, you know, they evolved into smaller tortoise, in you know, around there as well, but it's very fishy, you know, like, what about, you know, that massive, those massive underwater ones?
Magnolian, yeah.
Ones like that with fins and shit. You think that would be popping up?
Yeah, you think they're popping out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, surely this asteroid didn't kill off all the life, because it didn't kill crocodiles and shit.
Well, it's kind of like the Big Bang. There was one bang suddenly. It's like, what?
Yeah. Like, surely
I don't know.
Surely it didn't kill every single dinosaur on Earth. There has to be some sort of dinosaur that lived and might have like, had intercourse with a human being. You don't know. Like, it could have got a little bit horny.
So there's a dinosaur human out there.
Yeah, it could have
Okay, sure.
Yeah, well, it could be part of that because they're close enough to the reptilians.
Yeah, maybe.
And also, some scientists think that they have fur and blah blah. These dinosaurs won't actually scale. They're actually they had fur like tigers and all that crap. But you just can't believe
What's out there
what's
anymore?
out there. Yeah. Do you reckon there's life out there still, like these reptilians?
Yes, I believe there are definitely aliens. Maybe on the Earth, maybe not, but there's definitely aliens or something out there in space. There's some alien creature or some very elite businessmen that are doing deals with these creatures.
Yeah, doing I think I believe that as well. With Illuminati coming along as well with it. Why you reckon these like lizard people? What are they aiming for? These lizard people? What's their end hope to?
Honestly, I think their end goal is to thrash Earth, destroy it, and move on to the next one.
Try to control it.
To try to conquer the whole universe.
Yeah.
Try to conquer the whole spectrum.
Yeah, and like these children, were they part of like some sort of friendly group or something like that? Like these reptilians killing these eco-friendly kids.
Or were they looking too far into something?
Yeah, or something like that. Even us, they could be going for us next.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why do you think they're so powerful?
Oh no, I'll join the podcast.
Yeah, we might bring this person in. I don't know if we can.
We'll get Mark Zuckerberg on the podcast. Why they're so powerful? Well, I think just, you know, being able to shapeshift and turn into... Just think about it. Imagine being able to shapeshift or, you know, put an appearance on, like, anyone that you admire, or just imagine the amount of power that you could probably have. So, I think in that way, that's why they are doing this.
Yeah.
To gain influence, to gain possession over the world. So, if you can fake an entire world, you've got them in your hands to do whatever you want.
Yeah, and
sorry.
Yeah, I think they're powerful because like just the way they can control the mind and something like that, and they could be part of Illuminati's secret group that's controlling the Earth anyway. But I don't know how to explain how powerful they are, but they could be more powerful than we think they are.
Maybe that's why people believe in time travel and portals and shit.
Yeah.
Like you never know. These things could be a thing that we're not told about as well.
Do you think they're smarter than us? Why do you think they're smarter than us? And why do you think they're, pretty much why they're smart?
I think they're smarter than us because they just have more knowledge. I believe they can live way longer than us. 300 to 400 years at least. Because you said in the 17 something, there was kind of hints at Illuminati, like traces, kind of even back then. So I reckon ever since ancient times, they've been here, and they're just evolved to the point where they can shapeshift into us, into the DNA.
Do you think we should be worried about them?
I think we should be, but at the same time, we can't really do anything about it. And when you think about, killing and eating children, like the Queen thinks in these news stories, it will make her younger. I mean, old people can survive to they're older, but if she gets to like 130 or some shit and we're still alive, that is sus as fuck.
That's
I don't
true,
know,
yeah.
and
I think they'll believe that as well. I think we should be kind of worried, but not at the moment. Probably when shit starts to head down south, like South Perth, like oh shit. No, I'm joking.
Northbridge.
Yeah,
Once it starts getting like Northbridge.
Northbridge, yeah.
Yeah.
On a Friday or Saturday night,
Yeah.
That's when it should be turning like America actually. We should be worried when shit like that happens. Like, we should be more control of the government rather than being all loose about this coronavirus, because look what's happening. Hundreds of thousands of people dying each day over there. I know they've got a bigger population in Australia and all that, but if you probably add them together, probably around about the same statistics, but...
Well, the healthcare is garbage. I was talking to a guy and he said, I'm in my mid-40s, and he said, I'm still paying off my healthcare from like 25 years ago.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's just really fucked system.
Yeah.
So maybe they want certain people to die off if this reptilian thing
I think we have 13 billion people on Earth, I think, from what I remember.
Really? Now?
Yeah, 12 billion people, yeah.
That's, wow. We are a really pretty big nation now. Yeah.
Well, community, I should say, but... Yeah, is there any lizard people... Oh yeah, well, we've kind of explained that. Why are we starting to believe it now? Like,
we're starting to believe it now because of these conspiracy people like David Icke and people like that. They, I heard a lot of them in America actually have conferences. You know how you have a conference?
Oh yeah.
That you go to, or comedy club. Yeah. They actually have these big meetings. The last one from David Icke had like 900 to nearly 2,000 people watching in attendance.
Oh wow.
So I think more and more people are reading these type of content, books, and
believing it.
They're seeing some of these meanings in songs. Like, people have said like some music lately has been trying to tell us the truth, or some of these stars in some way. I don't know how to fully explain it.
It could be Blinding Lights by The Weeknd as well. It could be like they're showing like a madness world, like I don't know, it's probably about cocaine or something like that, high life, but it could be some sort of way of explaining what it could be like. It could be marijuana, like things like hallucinant drugs. I don't know, marijuana. You
think it's like explaining how to get out of this world or some shit?
Could that be the Matrix world, like a Matrix of showing us there's lizard people out there as well?
Yeah.
I just thought about that, but yeah.
Instead of the agents, what if they're lizards?
Yeah. Or something like, people are high, they think of anything really, and could that be the actual world that we're actually living in? You don't know.
Possibly.
I haven't lived in that world, but I've gone there. But
once you die, you go to another universe.
Yeah, even that too.
Even
is there a second universe out there?
Yeah.
We'll be back with more after our short little break, which will be just a fade to black. So we will leave you there. Bye.
Alright, no worries. See ya. Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. We have Michael Maas, also known as Mars, on this side.
I'm here on the right hand side of the ring, or boxing ring. 1-2 Mayweather, 3-4 McGregor, and on that side, on the left hand side, we've got the
Steve-O-Staple.
The famous Steve-O-Staple on Twitch TV. And
the pale vampire.
Yeah, the doesn't get out of bed until late night, and then goes to sleep during dawn. So actually he came out of his coffin today. Woke up a bit earlier than usual. So,
oh, thanks.
That's alright, mate.
Maybe I'm a lizard too then.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could be a lizard person.
Yeah.
I don't know. You've got that eye in your look. I saw your eye go black. Anyway.
Yeah,
so Stephen was telling me that Vladimir Putin has told us it could be he saw the Queen shapeshift, and also COVID-19 was actually bringing people, made people stay at home a bit more and watch a bit more YouTube and watch these conspiracy theorists release their kind of conspiracies of what the government's controlling us. So Stephen, explain that to us, please.
I was just saying that I reckon that, because of the whole COVID-19, more people were just sus and kind of I wouldn't say joining the conspiracy ring, but they're just starting to think more outside of what these big corporations or governments tell you. Trying to be your own, having your own free will. That's what a lot of these people who also believe in the lizard thing think. Once you have your own free will, once we band together and do something about some of these governments, maybe the world might be a better place. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe as well. Yeah. So, these governments are controlling us, but we know? Well, we don't know, but there's that kind of like that thing in the back of our mind going, is there another group who controls the government? How come the governments are in debt all the time?
Yeah, who's controlling this?
Who's controlling all this money that's coming out? As a government, you can't make free money kind of thing, but how come we're in so much debt?
Well, in a way you can. You can just print money, but
still have money. Like where the country's in debt, you can't obviously pay it back somehow, but you just don't know how all this shit works. So why are we starting to believe it now? You've answered your bit of the question, so you want to just quickly recap what you said before?
Oh, on this one?
How come we're starting to believe it now?
Oh, we're just starting to believe it now because of all these YouTube videos, COVID-19. The one big thing that everyone has been theorising about all over the world. And I'd like to say, I just think all the books and TV shows...
TED Talks as well.
Yep, they've got TED Talks now, and they also have their own talks, like Isaac Butterfield with comedy. But you sit on the stand, and you talk in the mic, and you talk about these theories out in the open, so you never really know. I think all these things just help with awareness.
Yeah, I think the COVID-19 actually started a lot of these, didn't start it, but actually made people realise...
Accelerated it.
Yeah, because we stopped working all of a sudden, we had time to think about things like people that don't have jobs or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the people that sit there most of their life believing in aliens or something like that, and people actually watching these YouTube videos that show up at 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Or 3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you go, oh, well, okay, that's a different perspective of life. Like, I didn't think about that because I've been too busy with work, the children.
Their daily routine.
Yeah, like their daily routine, but they didn't actually realise, oh, okay, well, it could be another world out there. It could be the royal family could be eating people or whatever it could be. Like, you don't actually realise until you stop and you think, shit, who's controlling the world,
Yeah, what is actually happening?
Is it the Illuminati? Is it the lizard people? Is it something else that's controlling the world? Yeah, we just don't fucking know. And so I think people are starting to believe now due to COVID-19, COVID-19 kind of closed a lot of people off, but also opened a lot of people as well.
Opened people's mind.
Yeah, the beliefs are, and it kind of give people a chance of. Yeah, it gave people a message to say to other people. And COVID-19 made a good thing for us, yes and no. In a way, no, because people are dying out there, but also a good thing because everyone has stopped.
Stop to process and think about the government.
But other things, because we've had time to sleep, they haven't had work. They could be in struggles but the Australian government has kind of helped a lot. Local, state and federal have helped out their community quite a bit, or the country, I should say, or state, helped out these people with finding their way back on their feet of jobs, paying off bills and all that carry on. Mark McGowan released paying $600 of power bills for people.
Oh, the electricity.
Bills, yeah, that's quite nice of him to do that. And Morrison government giving away millions of dollars for JobKeeper and job seeker people, so people can still live, but just enough for people to live each month or whatever until they find their feet again.
Yeah.
In a way, they haven't helped me at all, you fucking pricks. Fucking cut me off.
Here's his rant.
Yeah, they cut me off because number one, I didn't report, so I know that. Okay, I didn't report. They didn't report my income because I thought there's no point in me reporting my income because I'm earning way too much.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, so I thought, fuck it, I can't be bothered reporting if I know I'm earning too much. So I know I was suspended because of that. But then they suspended me because I quit my job due to health reasons. And now they want me to go and sort out all this shit because because I quit my fucking job. Apparently, got 26 weeks. People remember that. If you're in Australia, 26
weeks to get your foot back on the ground.
Yeah, if they give you
crazy work.
So if the work employment place like give you work, you have to work for 26 weeks.
Yeah, you got to take it and
do
nearly 30 weeks.
Yeah, it's nearly 30 weeks.
That's
so
crazy.
You have to work there for before the settling can actually like, okay, they'll let you go after 6 weeks if you're earning too much, but to get back on it, you got to wait 26 weeks before you get on it.
Oh wow!
Or you got 26 weeks to work at that company. Otherwise, if you quit your job after that 26 weeks, you can still get settling payments pretty easily. But because I quit within that 26 weeks, I got to wait another 26 weeks before I get that money.
Really?
Yeah.
Another 26.
And then there's also fines. There's also fines on that as well because of like how they cut me off because I quit my job early. Like they could fine me money because of that.
Why?
Sounds
bullshit.
Yeah. So like, fuck you, Liberal.
They're reptilian essentially.
And Labor, whoever's controlling this fucking JobKeeper shit, I think it's Morrison government.
Yeah.
Like just fuck you. It causes too much hash for me, you know. Like,
honestly.
I get fucking depressed because I can't pay for fucking food.
Yeah.
And
that's pretty bad.
Can't help out with electricity. Can't help out anyone with electricity or gas or water. You know, just fucking shit. You know, I quit my job because of the health reason. I couldn't breathe at night, coughing until I vomited one night.
Yeah.
Even at work, I was coughing
That's
until I vomited. Like all these breathing difficulties. People thought I fucking COVID-19, which I didn't. Which fucking also pissed me off because I knew I didn't have it.
Yeah, well, we've been free forever
The only person that
so.
fucking believed me was a fucking doctor. And the doctor said, no, you haven't got it, it's a different cough. And I was like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, finally.
And so like, it's like you're causing so much shit for me. Like, oh fuck, it's getting me depressed just thinking about it. So anyway,
I think that's their plan. They want people to get depressed.
Yeah,
that's what it seems like, anyway.
Yeah, like you might be creating something good for the people, but also you're fucking destroying other people's lives. You've got to work 26 weeks in a job that fucking hurting their lungs or hurting their body. And yeah, I've got to take the job because I can't say no. If I say no, then I'm cut off.
Then you get cut off straight away.
Yeah, suddenly. Yeah, it's like, for fuck, you just can't bloody win.
You cut the lead.
Yeah. Yeah. So people remember that. Sometimes you just can't win in life, like that. But I'm going to try and sort it out when I go to selling and see what we can do there. I'm going to have a fucking go at them because I'm sick of this shit that they keep on saying, oh, don't worry, you can report next week. And it's like, okay, I'll report it, but you don't let me fucking report.
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
Yeah, just I'm sick of this bullshit selling. Like, fucking get a grip of yourselves. I was listening to 6PR on the radio today when I was coming to this podcast, and one of the women actually said that she was reporting like her daily income and selling no money. And they overpaid her thousands of dollars in fines.
What?
And she's still trying to pay them off today.
Like 15,000 or something.
Yeah, they're the ones who actually made the mistake in the first place with making her pay for it.
Can't she go to court with them? That's what I do.
I'm not sure, but she rang. I don't know if she rang up or someone actually reported it on the radio station. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's just like get a grip of yourselves, like selling. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Anyway, I think that's my rant over. Stephen, do you actually believe in the Illuminati?
A little bit. Do you?
I think there is something out there called Illuminati.
I mean, I don't know. The picture has the Egyptian pillar.
Yeah, and then the eye.
And the eye. That's why people always relate this to ancient times.
Yeah, the lizard people.
That's why people think this is connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think Princess Diana, 9/11 JFK assassination?
I think that is definitely related to lizard people.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Princess Diana, she was trying to reveal the actual dirty secrets of the royal family, and the whole thing is everyone loved her as well.
Yeah.
So I don't see a drunk guy smash into her. Oh, funny that. Oh, it was in a closed-off tunnel with like hardly any cameras.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Very funny, very sus.
I think it's the royal family conspiracy theory with Charles and Camilla. They had an affair with Diana.
Yeah.
So Charles was married to Diana, but Camilla, the eldest Charles, obviously got back with Camilla. they must have killed her off. Have to be, really.
Yeah,
Child,
that's right.
Well, that's what everyone thinks, I reckon. Well, some people think, oh yeah, like, okay, there's the people that believe the shit and there's the people that don't believe it.
We just think it's a drunk driver.
Yeah,
Come on.
It's your own personal opinion, but like.
Yeah, it's your own opinion, but.
How come over all the cars it was Princess Diana? Like,
Yeah, and it was in a limo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it just normal?
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Like.
Yeah, doesn't really add up.
Yeah, 9/11 had something to do like George W. Bush. Like everybody thinks he's a lizard person.
A lot of people think that
Not everyone, but you know what I mean.
there was C4 rigged in the building that day.
Oh, as well was that.
They once when it was closed, they went in and rigged each pillar. If you slow down it blowing up, you actually see that there's an explosion radius per one. So it's like it's like in a sequence. It's not like how a normal building would blow up. It's like in a sequence, like it's explosives. And yeah, people do say it's probably the Muslims or whatever, but what the hell? I would stop for a second.
Alright, we'll be back.
It's just the computer not being able to handle it again. Fuck's sake. I just need a better computer for this.
Because lizard people.
They're malfunctioning our podcast.
Yeah, they could be. So we'll be back after the podcast. We'll use the camera audio for this. It's going to be sounding shit, but anyway, we'll get back to you soon. Catch up.
They won't allow us to talk about them.
Yeah.
Quick, disrupt their signal. Oh god.
And hello and welcome back to the Maas&Staple podcast. We're up to segment 5. We just had a technical glitch with the computer.
Yeah, the whole glitch just starts, whole computer starts spazzing out.
Yeah, so it could be part of the lizard people, could be part of Anonymous, we don't know. But it might even just be a common
Computer problem.
Yeah, bin DOS.
What?
BIOS. The computer, what's it called?
BIOS.
BIOS, yeah, it could be BIOS.
Basic input-output system.
Yeah, it could be something like that.
Yeah. I did do an update for that, so
yeah,
it could
so
be that.
Could be a Windows 10 bullshit crap fucking thing that they do. Everyone has that problem with fucking Windows 10. Like, there's always a problem with Windows fucking noise the crap out of me that one. Yeah, so Stephen was talking about the Muslims. Could have been them. Like with the 9/11 attacks, it could have been George W. Bush, the one that could have caused it. The oil and all that. So anyway, that's for another later episode of the that'll be actually episode 14 where we talk about 9/11 actually. A bit more detail about it and what we think happened, why it happened, and all that kind of carry on. So anyway, we're up to episode 13. We're talking about the lizard people, and we're up to the final few questions about how why we believe in this lizard people conspiracy theory. So Stephen mentioned that 9/11 before. Explain a bit more, Stephen, why it could be involved with the lizard people.
It could be involved with the lizard people.
Yeah, 9/11.
Well, when you think about it, 2001 was a turning point. That was the point where governments were allowed to spy on people through phone lines. The internet wasn't had way, the whole censorship train that we're on even more now started around then too. I know the internet was probably kind of starting still around then, but it's just gotten worse year by year, and I think the police corruption and all that stuff in America has just been going up and up as well. So I honestly think this was an excuse to go to war with the Muslims, bomb and kill people, and I just think it's involved with the lizard people because what's the best way to control people?
Putting fear in people's minds.
Exactly.
Sorry, I thought it was a rhetorical question. That's why I was like sitting there going, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, he's actually asked me a question. So I thought, okay, yeah. So,
no, I was going to say censorship. That's the best way to...
You're putting fear in people's minds.
Yeah, censorship and propaganda.
Yeah.
So I think that it's a little bit of a propaganda skin. How do you say it? Sure.
Oh, I'll just call it putting people in fear. Might have had a control fear, just put fear inside them mind.
Yeah.
Like,
And then they will obey.
yeah, like I'm having a problem. Was someone giving me threats at the moment. But then he's just like, you can tell with some people they're all fucking talk about they don't do anything, but they're just like going, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it's like, yeah. You know, they act all keyboard warriors, but fuck, they're little pussies in real life.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's only a few of us that know what's going on with that scenario, but yeah.
They won't meet up with you or do anything.
Yeah, like little pussies. So on the JFK, I don't think you would know much about this. I don't really know much about the JFK.
Nah.
Do you reckon that has something to do with Lizard People as well, the assassination of him?
I think it's definitely got relations to the Lizard People or the Illuminati.
Do you reckon he was like going to release some sort of information to the public about aliens that could be possibly, or?
I reckon he was plotting to release something, to do with
I'm just gonna look up something quick.
conspiracies. It just seemed like he was trying to uncover something.
Yeah.
From what people were saying, like
Roswell.
Roosevelt.
No, Roswell. Alien.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm pretty sure he's one of those presidents who, like, nowadays the presidents and all those people in power, all they care about is the power and the money and all that, but none of them care about uncovering anything.
Yeah.
I think back during the Cold War days, around that, was that around when he was elected?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like there was the space race.
Yeah.
In 1947, a Roswell UFO incident happened in Roswell, and
that's right. He was trying to cover up aliens were here or something.
Autopsy, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he might have been trying to release it. Like the thing, like the information, might have been something like that. It might have been the reason why he was killed. I'm going to look at his term with term of the US presidency.
5 years. No, it would be less than that. Probably. 2.
JFK. So from 1961 to the 20th of January to the 22nd of November 1963. So he had 2 years in
office.
In office, yeah. So he could have been releasing some sort of information to the press, to the media, and all these people that are not like the lower class, not lizard people or anything like that. He could have been releasing the information to them rather than.
And they weren't liking it.
Yeah, and people weren't liking it, so someone had to shoot him. But there's also the guy who killed him had some sort of psychological problem or something. I can't fully remember. Well, I've only had a quick look at it, but it could be something to do with that. We don't know really why he'd go and shoot the president and then
in the head.
Yeah, in the head. The nightclub manager killed that person who shot JFK. So I think that kind of wraps us up a little bit.
Didn't they kill the assassin as well?
Yeah. That's the nightclub manager.
Yeah, that's pretty sus as well. Yeah. Like not being arrested or
he was
crimes or
shot out of the police department tower. The assassin who shot JFK. He went home and then when they found out, no one actually knew when he was getting released, but it just happened to be by chance that the nightclub manager was there and shot him. Shot the assassin dead pretty much, and he was sent to prison because he killed someone.
And he's still in prison.
Yeah, I think
most likely.
Yeah. So just little conspiracies like that. Just something to reason like, well, why do these things happen? Like we're getting controlled by another universe or another world. Like
all these weird events happening all at once.
Yeah, like someone that might be mentally stable and all of a sudden like going through depression, or they might be on a killing spree or something like that. Like, why do these things happen?
They brainwashed him or they blackmailed him.
Yeah,
There must have been something.
Or reptiles taking over the Earth. Could be another universe that they're controlling us. We don't fucking know.
We could be being watched. You know, the game The Sims.
The Sims. Oh yeah, the Sims.
You're controlling each human. What if none of us had each of our decisions? We think we have a choice. The illusion of freedom.
Or it could be another universe out there controlling us, like a video game, like The
Exactly.
Sims. It's just all. Why are these things happening? Like, why are things happening? And blah blah blah. Anyway, I think we should end the podcast right there for episode 13. I reckon, because we've kind of run out of things to say, really.
Yeah. Don't forget to sub, press that notification bell, and like.
Yeah, give us a like on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, Twitter. We've also got a website, www.
Yeah, MaasStaplePodcast.
Yeah, MaasStaplePodcast. And you ready, Stephen? We'll do our thing in 3,
Alright.
2, 1.
MaasStaple.